Very good. It's time to get started. Luke? Mr. Sir. Yeah. Okay. And it's time to call the February 4th, 2025 Worth County Board of Education meeting to order. Our first order of business is our Pledge of Allegiance. And this evening, we're going to ask Kaylin to lead us in the pledge. You can do it from right there. Okay?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Did you think I was going to make you come up here? Huh? No, I'd do that to your mother. I wouldn't do that to you. Okay, it's time to approve the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Okay, the agenda as presented has very few changes. Under number 7, under personnel, we have a name under the head baseball coach. And I believe that is it. Anybody see anything I missed? Any questions on the agenda? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. We're down to information or our recognitions, and it's taken us about 3 or 4 board meetings to get this taken care of. It's been an interesting winter, I guess. But this evening, we do want to recognize 2 of our teachers that have received national board certifications. And with that being said, I'll turn it over to Mr. McCown.
So this has been a little while in the making, so we're very glad to have you with us this evening and to honor Jamie Vinoy and Sherilyn Robinson on achieving national board certification. It is the highest pinnacle of achievement that a teacher can achieve, and it is not an endeavor undertaken lightly. It contains a lot of time and a lot of effort, and not only do they have to demonstrate mastery of their content knowledge, but they have to demonstrate mastery of pedagogy and the art and the craft of teaching itself. And I wonder if you wouldn't mind, I hate to put you ladies on the spot, but if you wouldn't mind sharing with the board, just to share with them a little bit about the process, how long it took, and everything that you had to do to achieve national board certification, just so the board might have a little bit of an idea of what that process was.
All right, so there are 4 components of national board certification. Component 1 is an assessment. So we had to go to a test taking facility and take an assessment. It's multiple choice questions and written essays, and it's specific to our area of focus. So I chose to focus on early childhood education, early childhood generalist, and Sherilyn.
I chose to focus on literacy.
So we had different questions for our component 1 test that was specific to our area of focus. And then component 2 for both of us was focused on writing. So we had to follow certain students and collect writing samples for those students and show how we were advancing their learning and meeting their needs. And there was a very, very long written component as part of that. So we had to spell out everything we did over those periods of weeks. And then component 3 was a video. We had to film ourselves 2 times in 2 different types of settings. And then we had to, again, very lengthy writing to describe everything we were doing in those videos. And then component 4. Well, I'll let Sherilyn talk about component 4 because component 4 is referred to as the beast. So she can explain more about component 4.
With the beast. Unfortunately, it is like worth the least amount of points, so it kind of doesn't make sense because you have to do the most work on it. It's about professional development, just leading your own professional development, what students need, what teachers need in the classroom, and just ways that you can reach out and try to meet that. So that was a lot of writing for that, a lot of collecting data throughout the process, and then showing evidence of how you meet all the needs.
So how long did this whole process take? from start to finish?
We chose to get it done in a year. Well, previously we had done like a West Virginia Learns course, so we learned about the whole process, and we did like sample writing assignments. And then over the summer, we attended the West Virginia boot camp, I guess, sessions, where they kind of gave us a more in-depth overview of the process. So we had gone through those things before we ever officially began. For some people, they try to do it in like 2 years or 4 years. We were like, we're just going to jump in and do it all in 1 year. So we really had a lot to do. We participated in the Wood County cohort. So we met up with some teachers in Wood County who were also going through the process, and we met with them monthly. We had a mentor there that read through our writing and kind of helped support us through the process. So, but yeah, we went in and we did it all in 1 year, and it was a lot, but we regret nothing.
All right.
Okay, and you renew in how many years, if you so choose to? They changed that, didn't they, to renew?
Yes, 5 years.
5 years. It used to be 10, I
10,
think,
it
at
used to
one
be 10,
time.
yeah, now you have-
Ashley, is yours 10 or 5?
It's 5.
And you just renewed, right?
Yeah, so you can actually renew at year 4,
Mhm.
and then in case you have to renew it, you can renew it year 5.
Good deal. Do we have anybody, do you guys know anybody now that's in the process?
Yeah.
Who do we have? Do
We
you?
have 3 teachers. We have 2 at the primary center and 1 at the middle school
Good.
who are working on it. Those 3 that I know of, too.
That's all I know of, yeah.
And you guys will be, and Ashley will be a great help, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I will ask you ladies to come up, and my videographer will get a picture, and we'll try to get you in
Can
the
I
paper.
ask a question first?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Stewart.
Well, the certification, I mean, I don't know much about it. I know some of you gals has got certified. What does that actually, I mean, you had to do a lot of work to get it. What does it mean to you, or why do you want to be certified?
For me personally, it was something that I always wanted to do just to kind of further myself. Like I already have my master's plus 45. The next step is my doctorate. Don't really want to do that because I want to stay in the classroom. So it was something that I was able to do, to be able to stay in the classroom, but kind of push myself a little bit further and to kind of see what else there was out there.
Yeah, same here. I already have master's plus 45, so it was kind of the next step in the process. And as Mr. McCown mentioned, it's like the highest regarded certification you can get in teaching, so there's really nothing higher a level than that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of my aspirations from back when I was in my undergraduate studies, and I heard about them presenting about national boards. I was like, I want to do that someday. So,
And I do believe it allows you to go anywhere and have a certificate. You don't have to, you go to any state and receive a certificate to teach in that state without having to do anything else. At least that's what it used to. I'm assuming it still does.
Well, I'm glad you did, and I'm proud of you all.
thank you.
And there is some money that goes along with it. So it is a bump up in, once you get to that master's 45, it's besides going to a doctorate, it's one way that you can get a bump up in salary also. Yeah. But it truly is within the teaching profession. It is the goal. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you all will come up, the board can come up. We'll get a picture.
I know.
You need in the front.
I can't, Mr. Lowe, a little bit.
Okay, let's have Gannon and Kaylin come up. Will you wipe them off, get a picture?
Didn't know you were going to be on the spot.
Yeah, we could ask you to sing the national anthem.
Thank you very much. Glad we finally got to have you to a board meeting. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. It truly is, we're in awe of you as an educator. Yeah, big deal. Okay, my computer went to sleep here, guys. There we go. Yeah, you don't have to stay. You're welcome, more than welcome to, but you will not offend us if you don't. Okay, we have no delegations tonight, so we're down to the approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the January 21st, 2025 regular meeting?
So,
Any corrections, comments, concerns?
One question.
Yes.
Sherry, who got it?
Oh, okay.
Luke?
yeah.
Oh, sure, okay.
Any questions besides that one? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the minutes of the January 21, 2025 regular meeting. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Down to finance. Need a motion to approve the payment of invoices in the amount of $93,424.17. Mr. McCown.
So for your consideration and approval this evening, we have 4 runs of expenditures. The first on 1/21/2025 totaling $21,848.02. Noteworthy in this, we have postage on the postage machine for $3,000, Marietta office supply for paper, and UMR dental vision billings. Next, on 1/29/2025, totaling $13,150.14. This is primarily utility bills. The next, also on 1/29/2025, totaling $53,916.03. Noteworthy on this, we have Camden Clark for our athletic trainer services, Murray Sheet Metal for the heat exchanger. As you recall, the science wing heater died, and it took that heat exchanger to replace that and get that unit up and running. And then we have Ms. Starkey's reimbursement to the West Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals, which is quarterly billing for her salary. Then in the final run of expenditures, also in 1/29/2025, totaling $4,509.98, we have PEIA retiree insurance billings. And these runs total $93,424.17.
Any questions? Hear none. We have a motion to approve the payment of invoices in the amount of $93,424.17. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. And the budget supplements. Any motion to approve the budget supplements in the amount of $63,581.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So we have 3 supplements for your consideration tonight. The first in the amount of $50. This is a PACF donation for the Nancy Thomas Memorial Fund. Then in the amount of $31,531, this is a WVDE grant for Tools for Schools for technology. And then lastly, in the amount of $32,000, this is a WVDE grant for truancy diversion. In total, these represent $63,581.
Any questions on supplements? Hear none. We have a motion to approve budget supplements in the amount of $63,581. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Budget transfers. Need a motion to approve budget transfers in the amount of $253,867.50.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
This is the Project Aware grant, and it's transferring that amount into its prospective budgeted amounts in the budget.
Any questions? Hear none. We have a motion to approve the budget transfers in the amount of $253,867.50. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. And our last one is need a motion to approve the Extension Service fiscal year 25 budget in the amount of $16,200. Mr. McCown.
So if you will note, typically this has been $15,000 recently, but if you note, they have added, they're asking to increase the budget for $525 for buildings and then $675 for copier printer fees. And that's taking us from where we were at $15,000 in years past to $16,200 is what they're asking for this year.
Any questions? Hear none, we have a motion to approve the Extension Service fiscal year 25 budget in the amount of $16,200. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. And routine business, resignations, leave of absence, and employments. We have no resignations, leave of absence, so we do have a couple of employments. Need a motion to approve, let me start over. Need a motion to approve the employment of Rebecca Miller before after-school tutor at Worth County Primary Center for 24-25 school year, effective upon completion of her paperwork. Do I have a motion? Mr. McCown.
So she is currently our clinical teacher of record, but is willing to do some after-school tutoring that we need, and I believe was the sole bidder on that. We posted for 2 and only got 1, so we will repost the other one, but happy that she's willing to help us out in that need.
Any questions? Hear none. We have a motion to approve the employment of Rebecca Miller as before after-school tutor at Worth County Primary Center for the 24-25 school year, and that will be effective upon completion of her paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Need a motion to approve the employment of Danette Harbarger as beginning teacher mentor for the clinical teacher of record, special education itinerant, predominantly at Worth County Primary Center for 24-25 school year, effective upon completion of her paperwork.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So as you recall, Rebecca needed a mentor teacher. The board authorized that. We have posted it, and Dee Hardbarger is the successful applicant for that position that I'm bringing to you tonight.
Any questions? Hear none. We have a motion to approve the employment of Danette Harbarger as beginning teacher mentor for clinical teacher of record, special education itinerant, predominantly at Worth County Primary Center for the 24-25 school year, and that is effective upon completion of her paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Any motion to approve the employment of Isabel March, substitute teacher for 24-25 school year, effective upon completion of required paperwork.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So many of you probably remember Isabella. She has completed a degree and wants to come substitute teach for us. She has completed her short-term substitute teacher certification and has bid on an open substitute teacher posting. So happy to have her back, and we definitely need substitute teachers. So happy to bring her name to you tonight.
Any questions? Glad to have her back. Okay, we have a motion to employ Isabella March, substitute teacher, 24-25 school year, effective upon completion of her required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Need a motion to employ Frances Eagle, substitute teacher for 24-25 school year, effective upon completion of required paperwork.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So this is currently someone that's subbing in Jackson County, wanted to start substitute teaching here too, has filled out the application and has the proper certification. So happy to bring them to you tonight.
Any questions? Hear none, we have a motion to approve the employment of Frances Eagle, substitute teacher for 24-25 school year, effective upon completion of the required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. And the motion to employ Terry Mullins as substitute teacher for 25-26 school year, effective upon completion of the required paperwork. Mr. McCown?
So Mr. Mullen is currently a teacher at Chris Elementary School in Wood County Schools, and the reason it says 25-26 is he's retiring at the end of this current year. He wants to come substitute teach for us, and later on the agenda, he has also applied and is the successful candidate for our open head baseball coach at Work County High School. So longtime teacher, PE teacher at Chris Elementary with Wood County Schools.
Any questions? Here are none. We have a motion to employ Terry Mullins, substitute teacher for 25-26 school year, effective upon completion of the required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, need a motion to employ Taylor Campbell, substitute bus operator for 24-25 school year, pending background check and certifications, and this will be effective upon completion of that paperwork.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So per her application, she has experience of driving commercially and wants to come and complete the passenger endorsement CDL with us and eventually become a substitute bus driver,
Which we need.
which we need.
Any questions? Here none. We have a motion to approve Taylor Campbell, substitute bus operator for 24-25 school year, pending background check and certifications, effective upon completion of his required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Okay, number 7, need a motion to employ Terry Mullins, head baseball coach, Work County High School, 24-25 school year, effective upon completion of his paperwork. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. McCown?
So we had to leave the name off the original agenda because they didn't get a chance to interview him until yesterday after school, but they did the interview and the high school brought forth his recommendation to me and we put it on his name on the agenda this evening. So again, I think he has coaching experience for Belpre, coached baseball for Belpre.
Yeah.
In the past. Pardon?
Head coach?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes. Any other questions? Any questions? Here are none. We have a motion to approve Terry Mullins as head baseball coach, Work County High School for 24-25 school year, effective upon completion of required paperwork. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. We have no new business tonight. Do need a motion to approve chaperone volunteer Derek Egbert for Work County Middle School for 24-25 school year. Any questions?
Happy that he's coming back and volunteering. Had Derek in school and enjoyed him a lot. So
Yeah.
glad he's volunteering and helping out.
Any questions? Here are none. We have a motion to approve Derek Egbert, Work County Middle School's volunteer chaperone for the 24-25 school year. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Did you have a question, Ms. Sherrill? Oh, okay. You looked at me. I thought you had a question. I thought I might have missed you. Okay, we're down to board concerns, and we'll start with Mr. Sherlock.
No concerns at the moment.
Mr. Moore? Mr. Stewart?
I'd like to place on the next agenda a discussion about the price of tickets for sporting events.
Okay, just no actions. We're just going to discuss.
Correct.
Okay. We'll probably need our ADs and principals because they're really the ones that deal with that and know why do we charge this? Could we charge less? Could we charge more? So, Mr.
Yep.
McCown, if you'd ask
I
the
definitely can do that.
ADs and principals if they would come, or whoever the principal thinks needs to be here. Whoever you think needs to be here. How's that? Yeah, there's no need having discussion about them here because they're the ones that have that. So, yeah.
Yep, you're welcome. I can do that.
Yeah. if you have, Mr. Moore, being a new board member, had some students that he wanted recognized for football. So I just, again, say to you guys, if you know students out there have done something, you've read it somewhere, send Mr. McCallum an email, and we'll be happy to, I'm sure we'll be happy to
Yep,
recognize
absolutely.
those students. It sometimes takes a little bit of time to get that set up with the principals and parents and stuff, but we're always happy to recognize our students and our teachers and our staff, our bus driver, anybody, yeah. Also, we had said we'd have the survey, we'd start on that survey. Totally my fault. I have had 2 weeks of nonstop, and I never made it over. Mr. McCallum's ready to go, but I was not. Okay, so we will sit down and we'll work on that, and we'll bring it back to you. But that's my, not his. So, okay. Also, I think everybody's going down for the training this weekend, right? Are you going, Mark? No, you're not going. No, the other guys are. So,
I kind of got a question. What was you saying about recognition for
yeah, if you know,
football or
yeah,
whatever?
Luke had come upon some football players that had got some recognitions, and he had sent that to Mr. McCallum. So I just wanted to remind everybody that if there's kids out there that you know of that need recognized, send it to Mr. McCallum, and he'll take care of it
I
for
think
you.
we also had someone get a scholarship for the esports team.
Yes,
Something like that.
yes, that one. Yeah, and we had a young man at the middle school that did something that very few people with the,
Oh, man, I reckon.
huh?
I said, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I said,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah, he tested out of the Alex Math
Yeah,
program.
yeah. So, anytime we can recognize our kids, it's good. So, okay, with that being said, Mr. McCallum, any last minutes?
No.
Any last thoughts?
It felt really good to recognize the National Board Certified Teachers, and I just felt like we keep putting it on there. We've got to cancel. It's a snow day. It's a
It
career,
really is.
a career long achievement, definitely. So I'm very happy that we got them in and got to recognize them tonight.
Okay, with that being said, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned.